Hey there everyone, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault, and Happy New Year to you. Well, that was yesterday. This is today. We started the new year. We got another recent Sweet Baby Inc. game that was potentially revealed from a popular studio, and this is both cringe and hilarious. It's quite funny. We'll cue up the music and then we'll check out the trailer together, and then we'll talk about it. So let's get things rolling.
Starting today, prepare yourself for the most electrifying edge of your Chorby experience ever to hit reality TV. Welcome to the Crush House! Every twist, every turn, every shocking moment shown is driven by you, the audience. Whether you're a suburban mom,
Neil, take me.
A film student,
feels so mysterious, avant-garde,
or a butt guy, pants or a prison for the ass, you haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, something is up with that juice.
How does anyone get ripped here?
Fake. Props don't even like each other.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm mapping the topography of that.
I hope this show employs cinematic technique.
You gotta work out right now.
I bet there's micro machines in there.
You are in control. That's right, this is your show. Get ready for drama, romance, and suspense like never before. This isn't just a show, it's a game. What makes the cut? Don't miss a single moment. The Crush House, where you control what makes the cut. Don't miss a single moment. Tune in now on Steam.
Pants or a prison for the ass.
The relationships here seem fake, and I know fake.
Oh, something is up with that juice.
I bet there's micro machines in there.
Oh my god, you're right.
Hey, put the kids to bed. It's mommy's time now.
I hope this show employs cinematic techniques.
Oh yeah, gotta work out right now.
Alright, so another game has seemingly been revealed by the Gothic Therapy YouTube channel to be a recent client project of Sweet Baby Inc., the controversial narrative design firm co-founded by Crazy Kim Belair. The game in question is called The Crush House, and it was developed by Nereal Ltd., which was most known for the strategy game Reigns. It was published by Devolver Digital. The company put out Cult of the Lamb, which I loved. That was a lot of fun. SBI's alleged involvement was pointed out by the Gothic Therapy YouTube channel's hosts, Master of the TDS, and Writing Raven. For the sake of transparency, Writing Raven is a frequent contributor to That Park Place under the name Raven Redgrave. And I get this article from That Park Place. Now, the host identified in it as a potential Sweet Baby Inc. game when one of Belair's narrative designers admitted to working on the title on social media. Another former Sweet Baby Inc. employee also noted involvement with the Crush House. Why is this important? So here we have Maxine Sophie Wolf, writer, narrative designer at Sweet Baby Inc., and there you go, talking about the Crush House. Now, you watch the trailers. Sorry, that's like the gayest thing I've ever seen. And I don't mean gay as in like, homosexual. I mean just gay. It's just like back in the 80s when we called things gay, that's what we were referring to, was games like that. Now, props to them. They made a game that full of their garbage, right? Like Dustborn, for instance, right? So good for them, man. That's cool. You did it. You made your own IP. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. I hope you're doing well with it because, if you want to appeal to that audience of yours, that modern audience, so to speak, make original games for it and let them buy it. That's fine. I don't have to buy it. I can dunk on it because it's goofy and funny and all that. You would dunk on, my game if I made something that, didn't appeal to you or whatever and you thought was just, ultra right-wing propaganda. But, so it is what it is. Anyway, Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative design firm that injects DEI elements into games. Belair and many others have denied that this is the company's primary goal, but, past statements contradict this. We do narrative development in games and kind of beyond, and we try to bring inclusion, diversity, and new ideas kind of to the industry, Belair said in a presentation at the Game Developers Conference in 2019. She also stated that the company does sensitivity reading, noting we need sensitivity readers, we need risk assessment, and these are, like, again, important services that I literally, like, list on every PDF that I send out to be like, hey, I could do risk assessment and sensitivity reading. She talks like an idiot. If somebody contacted me talking like her, I'd be like, yeah, you're not a professional. Get out of here. Anyway, later on in her presentation, Belair admitted that she attempted to get a developer to race swap a character from a white Frenchman to a person of color. You know, probably making a video game about Napoleon, and she probably wanted Napoleon to be a strong black lesbian, but that goes without saying. Anyway, Sweet Baby Inc. first became infamous after the disastrous rollout of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in early 2024. The game was a horrific failure loaded with forced diversity that reportedly cost Warner Bros. Games an estimated $200 million in losses. Thank you, Warner Bros., for taking one for the team there. You really helped expose this garbage company. After that, interviews with Belair started to surface, where she encouraged game developers to go to their marketing teams and terrify them. This was her words. If you're creative, working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups, Belair said, and if they don't see the value in what you're asking for, when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. Now, gamers suddenly wanted to know which games and studios worked with the controversial company. A Steam user called Cabrutus Rambo, the man, created a Steam curator group called Sweet Baby Inc. Detected to inform gamers on which titles Belair had her hands in so they could make educated purchasing decisions. And you know what? He caught a lot of grief for that. People tried to take his Steam account away for this. You know, it was not a bad thing what he did. He wasn't targeting people. He wasn't doxing people. He wasn't, doing anything nefarious. He was helping people. There's a lot of people, myself included. I do not want to give my money to people that have major ideological differences from me and that flat out, quote unquote, hate me, right? Kim Belair would not hire me for a job, no matter how qualified I was. I could be in a room with 100 people. 99 of them could be unqualified for the job. I could be the only person qualified for that job. But if I was the only white man in that room and everybody else was a person of color or female or anything else, gay, whatever, she would hire all of those 99 people before me. That's the way these people operate. That's the way DEI works. They don't hire on merit. They hire strictly to check boxes off. And that's why everything is bad these days. That's why entertainment is so bad. They're not hiring the best people for jobs. They're just taking off boxes so they can fill quotas and congratulate each other on just how inclusive they are. Meanwhile, everything suffers. Art suffers. Movies suffer. TV shows suffer. Everything's garbage. Everything's mediocre at best. Games are being released unfinished. Games are terrible. Dialogue's terrible. I mean, it's a total mess. Sweet Baby Inc. employees like Chris Kindred, who's laughably no longer with the company, then attacked Cabrutus and attempted to get, there it is, his entire Steam account taken down in response. What a dick he was. Since then, SBI has seemed very hush-hush about which games they're actively working on. The company's website highlights past titles like Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, and God of War Ragnarok. I was sad to see Alan Wake 2. I wanted to buy that. However, there's not a lot about upcoming projects outside of After Love EP by Pixelnesia and Pocket-Sized Hands, which sounds weird. Master of the TDS alleged in a previous video, citing an inside source, that SBI has had as many as 30 upcoming titles in active development. Now, many see the involvement of Belair and her team as an instant death sentence for a title in the modern gaming market, and it's been pretty much true so far now. Recent SBI commercial flops like Surgent Studios' Tales of Kenzara Zhao and Reflector Entertainment and Bandai Namco's Unknown Nine Awakening make a powerful case for why so many studios try to keep their connection to Sweet Baby Inc. quiet. Why don't you just not work with them, guys? You're not going to be able to keep this quiet. Somebody is going to spot this at some point in time. Somebody's going to be cruising through credits. Somebody's going to be looking through who you're associated with. Somewhere along the way, somebody's going to leak it on social media, and it's going to get out there, and it's going to destroy your games. There's no reason to work with these consultancy firms. They're full of crap. They're taking your money. They're grifting off of you, and they're only making your games worse. They're failing. They've already poisoned the well, right? They've already poisoned the well. Why would you take that risk? They're a liability at this point. Let these companies go by the wayside. Make Kim Belair go out and get a real job and do some real work for a change. The Crush House is a reality TV production simulator where the player takes on the role of a producer and camera operator trying to cast and subsequently film a group of scantily clad people in an attempt to capture drama and romance. The player is encouraged in the game's trailer to keep the ratings up through their footage. This game couldn't be less for me if they tried. The spicier the better, the trailer said. You're also encouraged to shoot big fights, big emotions, and big butts. There's even a companion website for the game with ads for subtle products like hot dog milk. There's the Steam chart right now. 14 players right now, 24-hour, 14 peak. I just went on, as I was filming this, I don't know when this was done. Oh, this is 12/21. I'm on 1/1 right now, 1/1/25 at like 9:30 in the morning on Eastern Standard Time. There's 9 players playing, but still the 14-hour peak. Anyway, the Crush House has an all-time Steam player count of 362. That hasn't changed. Its most recent 24-hour peak was 14. I'm going to ask this question. Have you guys played it? And I know the answer to that. But what do you think, guys? Knowing what you know about Sweet Baby Inc., if you found out they were involved with a game, would it stop you from buying that game, or would it make you even consider, would it at least make you consider not buying the game? Like for me, I'll use Alan Wake 2 as an example once again. When I heard Alan Wake 2 was announced, I had not played Alan Wake 1 yet, or Alan Wake, I should just say. And I went out and I got it. I was like, I got the remastered version. I was like, you know what? I've heard so much good about this game. I've never played it. Shame on me. I got it. I played through it, and I had a blast. It was a fun game. Now, it did have its imperfections. I think the combat was a little clunky and stuff like that. But it wasn't a combat-based game, so I can forgive that. The game itself, the story and all that was fascinating, and it was just a really intense game, And by the time it was done, I was glad it was over. It was one of those games where you're just like, oh, okay, fine, I'm out of this nightmare. Can't wait for Alan Wake 2. And I saw the advertisements and the trailer for it, and I'm like, why am I playing as this woman, this black cop as well? This game is Alan Wake. It's not about her. And I learned about Sweet Baby Inc. that had all been going on at the time, and I saw they were involved in it, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm not getting Alan Wake 2. Sorry, not happening. Disappointing. So, it cost them that sale. And that might not be a big deal, but as of today, Alan Wake 2 has not made back its budget from what I understand. So it cost more than just my sale. It probably cost a lot of other sales too. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.